Hey, this show, let's talk about money. Hey guys, Randy Gage here. Want to welcome you to another edition of Prosperity TV. I'm coming to you from my place back on the right coast in Miami, as you can see. And this episode, I want to talk about cash, money, creating wealth, because a lot of times we're dealing more with the overall principles of prosperity and health and relationships and all of the other things that really make up a big part of prosperity. But this week I want to talk about money. I want to talk about creating wealth, because everybody's looking for the hack, the shortcut, the fast payday. Not everybody, but a lot of people. And that's not how wealth is created. So I guess the theme of this week would be wealth doesn't happen to you. You happen to wealth. And you can see I'm actually in between workouts. I got to jump in because I got to get on the road this afternoon, and I wanted to make sure you had the show for this week. But I've really been thinking about this a lot, listening to some podcasts and reading some blogs and people looking. I get there are people who actually win the lottery. There are people who are trust fund babies and they've got $50 million set aside and they get a weekly allowance. There are people that win $5 million when the Cubs finally won the World Series or whatever the case. I get it. But that isn't creating wealth. That's you getting wealth in other words, it's a one-time event, but you haven't done the work to become a wealthy person. And the number of sports stars and celebrities, people who have earned $80 million in their career, $150 million in their career, literally $500 million in their career, and they're bankrupt. And they pissed away all of it. That number of people is mind-numbing. So you're going to understand that you happen to wealth, meaning you don't become a millionaire when you get $1 million. You could win $1 million in the lotto, but that isn't going to that will make you a millionaire for a moment. But the first watch you buy after you win that $1 million, okay, could be a cheap one, could be 20 grand, right? So now you're 20 grand less than $1 million, and it only goes downhill from there. Unless you have done the work, you have become the person who is a millionaire, then you're going to get them. You still may buy a watch and a car and buy your mother a house or whatever, but you're going to say, okay, how am I going to put that money to work for me? How am I going to create leverage with that money? How am I going to turn this one-time event of $1 million into how I create wealth and protect and prepare myself for the future? That's what wealth is all about, and that's what I want to explore in some of the future shows. So any thoughts you got, please get down below. Have an amazing week. See you next time. Peace. Hey, whether you're listening on the podcast or you're watching on YouTube, please share the show, and I love to hear from you guys. Hit me up on social media. Let me know what you think.